north of the North Atlantic in the wintertime. This can be very rough. And my mother, even though she was young, she would have probably been 22.
Wow.
Because I was born when she was 19 or let's see, she was born in 23 and I was born, she was 20, so she would have been 23.
Wait, you took a, how old were you when you came?
2.5.
And how, did you take a boat?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We came over on the SS
Wow.
Argentina in the winter. And we landed in New York. We docked in New York. And then we got on a train. And my father was already out of the Army. And he was from Texas, of course, but he was in Los Angeles because in this little town in Texas there wasn't a great deal of work. So we went to Los Angeles and found a job, and then he sent for us so we moved to Los Angeles. We got on the train
From New York?
Yeah,
to Los Angeles.
I think it was about 6 days.
Oh, that's long.
And then
And you never got off, right? For 6 days?
No, you didn't get off the train. Then we got to Los Angeles. And so we lived there till I was almost, I guess I was almost 5. And then we moved back to Paducah, a little town in Texas. So.
Wait, so you went to New York to Paducah and then Los Angeles?
New York to Los Angeles and to Paducah. Okay. And I went to the first grade in Paducah. And I remember that very well. I remember some things about Los Angeles before that, but not a great deal. I remember being in a car wreck with my parents, and not a bad one or anything, but I remember that. And I remember the smells to this day.
In Los Angeles?
Yeah.
That's weird.
Of the smells. And I remember my mother had geraniums, which I love.
What's that?
The smell of geraniums.
Flowers, right?
So anyway, I went to first grade in Paducah. Then we moved back to Los Angeles. And we stayed there, I'm not quite sure how long, but I went to the second grade in Los Angeles. Don't remember almost nothing about that. Then we moved back to Paducah, and I went to the third grade in Paducah. And I remember the third grade, and I remember my teacher very well, Miss Stockstill. And I'm sorry, Miss Cowan. Miss Stockstill was my first grade teacher. I remember Miss Cowan.
Miss
Cowan.
Okay.
And then Miss Cowan is the one that really encouraged me because I was the best reader, the best speller, and you know how you are when you're that young. That encouragement is
really good.
Sort of solidifying. You know that it's something that's very important to you. So I went to the third grade there. Then we moved again to a little town called Littlefield, and I went to the fourth grade and part of the fifth grade in Littlefield. And then we moved to
New Mexico, right?
Well, yeah, we moved to New Mexico. And my dad, you know, this was all about him finding work. And he got a job. I remember he was running a cattle ranch, and he got I don't know what happened. He got sideways with the guy that owned it or something. And then we wound up moving back to Paducah. And we were there for a short period of time. And then we left there and we moved to Childress.
Okay, wait.
That's not easy
Okay.
moving that much.
Warrington, landed in New York, go to LA, Paducah, LA, Littlefield,
No, back to Paducah.
then Littlefield,
Littlefield,
New Mexico,
New Mexico,
Paducah,
Paducah,
Childress.
Childress.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
Wow.
my gosh.
And then we lived in Childress for 5 years.
That's good. That's
Yeah.
stable. That's
Actually 4 years.
That's
Then we
decent.
moved to Vernon for a year. And then we moved to
where's
Austin.
Vernon?
Why did y'all move so much?
That's job.
Well, I think my father, he didn't have a great education. He was a high school graduate. Didn't have a college education, so he didn't have a lot of training. So he was looking, for a better life
Yeah.
to take care of his family.
Aw.
And he did, and he found it. By the time we had moved to Childress, he had established himself and found a good job.
That's good.
But
Yeah.
Which is why y'all stayed so long.
but it was by that time, I'd been moved around so much.
Are you friends with any of the people you lived in the small towns with, or just Childress and Austin?
Say that again, sweetheart.
Are you friends with anyone from before Childress?
No.
What about in
no,
Childress?
No. I have friends in Childress and Vernon, but
And then Austin, of course.
and then Austin, of course. But no, I don't remember. My best friend from Paducah, I've not been in contact with. My best friend died when we were in the first grade.
That's
In Paducah?
Yeah.
how.
He had got polio.
That
That
is.
was back when.
Oh my
they
gosh.
They just found a solution for it,
What was the solution?
and his father was the town physician. But they found a.
How fast did
you
it
could
take
get
for him to
inoculated,
pass
you could
away?
get a shot for it, but this was a few months after he had died from polio.
Poor thing.
Yeah.
Oh, how long did it take from when he got polio?
I don't really know. I just know that I didn't see him, and I kept asking my mother, when will I get to see him again?
Because he was sick.
Yeah, I knew he was sick, but I had no idea
That's it.
how sick. And then she finally told me that he had passed away.
Did
I
he start
couldn't-
crying?
I didn't really understand that.
That is
But you
so
didn't go to his
sad.
funeral because your mom didn't tell you till
I
later.
don't really. I don't know. I don't remember. I don't remember going. But at that age, you're particularly as old as I am now. Those memories fade
Right.
in and out, and you
Yeah.
don't know.
Wow.
It's really sad. That's so young.
I know. Wow. That's so sad.
But all that moving around. It kind of made me who I am today.
Oh yeah, for sure. For sure. For sure.
And when you have to meet new people, every 3 or 4 months, it kind of Kind of makes you
adaptable to different
yeah,
situations.
good with people.
People
So I've always
Yeah.
enjoyed people.
builds on those social skills.
Always been good with people.
Wait, what were you talking about with Johnny Rob at dinner? That's his name, the Camp Longhorn guy.
Oh, well, we were just talking about, how I'd grown up in Austin and how it's so different today than it was back then.
Did he say where his beach house is?